So we've just seen the Wrong Turn remake come out, and surprisingly, it was pretty darn good. How does Wrong Turn 2003 stack up, looking back on it now, with this remake in place and also 6 god-awful sequels? Hey people, my name's Jim, and I love to geek out over movies. If you're a movie geek just like me, please consider subscribing, and we can geek out together. 2003's Wrong Turn, you know what, I've always had a soft spot for this movie, I just always have, but rewatching it this time after seeing a pretty darn good remake, it was a bit underwhelming, I must say, but I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time as a popcorn horror movie. The reason I think The Wrong Turn is fairly special to me is because I've kind of seen how bad those sequels are, seen how truly atrocious those sequels are. So Wrong Turn 2003 is like a shining light in that series. This movie is so 2000s. It is so 2000s. It reminds me of Freddy vs. Jason, Final Destination, all those kind of early 2000 horror movies that came out. Just had such a style. Just had metal music all throughout. Just had this, this font style. The opening titles in this are so long. And there's this font style which could have been in Freddy vs. Jason. Again, everyone looks so 2000s, like hipster college style, and it's like, it's not that far ago, and you're like, did people really used to dress like that? And yeah, they did. Like, everyone today has gone into like wearing all tight clothes, basically, but back here it was all about loose clothes, baggy like shirts, and Josh Hartnett hairstyles from Halloween H2O. Wonder if we'll be looking in 10 years, looking at what I'm wearing now, or looking at what everyone wears now and cringing. We're back to the long-fitting, loose clothes again, and the Josh Hartnett hairstyle. So Wrong Turn is of course about a bunch of college kids who basically get lost in the woods after they've encountered a flat tire, and they get hunted by these inbred crazy maniacs. This movie is basically The Hills Have Eyes dipped in popcorn entertainment. It doesn't have the real disturbing nature of The Hills Have Eyes. It's really a popcorn horror movie, it really is. I mean, the characters are pretty likeable in this. Eliza Dushku from Buffy is the lead in this, and I think she's really charismatic. I haven't seen her in much, and I kind of wish that she'd have got more roles here, because she's convincing. And she just has movie star presence, in my opinion. I think she was very likeable. And I like the couple in this who are about to be married. They're a very, very sweet, charming couple, and they're fun. And this group of friends is quite fun to watch. And you know what? This is where I would put Wrong Turn 2003 above the remake. I think the characters in this one are more fun. I think one of the things that Wrong Turn does right is it has some sequences that really stand out. For example, when the cars are coming back and the kids are kind of hiding in this junkyard full of deserted cars of people these crazy maniacs have killed, and they have to distract them. They have to give enough time for the others to run. One thing in that scene is they all look around at these deserted cars and they're like, how does no one know about this? How did the police not know about this? And then that question is never acknowledged again, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, how do they not know? How did they get away with this? Like, these crazy maniac, inbred, brain-dead morons have somehow, the police have never cottoned on to a just deserted trail of people. They never come to investigate a junk. They make no effort to hide what they're doing. Like, it's like, what? This is bonkers. Another sequence I really like is the Watchtower sequence. It's a sequence I really remember from watching it years ago. Really does make the film in a way. I think it's a very exciting sequence. I think it's very well shot by director Rob Schmidt, and you really are rooting for the kids to escape, and when they have to jump into the trees, and when they're almost getting burnt out of the watchtower, they have to make that split decision. They have to hide in the trees. I think it's a really, really good sequence, and I think it's one of the things which saves this movie from being totally mediocre. Even though it is a bit mediocre, the film, but that sequence I do think stands out. I do think it stands out, and I think it does elevate the film quite a lot. And from the Watchtower sequence onwards, the movie's very entertaining, I think. I think it's very entertaining. I think it's very, very fun. Turn your brain off horror entertainment. I feel like the antagonists, the crazy maniacs in this, they look the most disturbing and scary in this. You watch the Wrong Turn sequels, you're laughing your head off at these these idiots. They're madcap, they're stupid, they're not scary at all. You can laugh in sort of moments in this one, but I think they're creepy. I think they're disturbing. And you're not laughing at them whenever they're on screen, you know, and I think their designs are most memorable in this. How they look is most memorable. They go on to look a bit more generic and just stupid and over the top in the sequels. In this, the villains look quite scary. They look quite creepy. If you saw these faces in the woods, you would be terrified. You would not be laughing at all. And it does give them a sense of menace and a sense of threat. And I know people like to say that Wrong Turn was very unoriginal and, you know, it's just The Hills Have Eyes. You know, but it was kind of a new concept at the time. There wasn't really many films like this at the time. So it kind of took a concept that was already used and put it into the early 2000s. But if you've got nothing to watch one night, you just want to watch a fun horror movie, watch Wrong Turn 2003. For me, it still stands up in that respect. If you want to see a great Wrong Turn movie, watch the remake. Watch my review of the remake. I really, really, really recommend it, guys. I think it's legitimately a good remake. And dare I say it, a bit more, quite intelligent, but still a fun horror movie. So, you know, really, really watch the Wrong Turn remake if you've been avoiding it, if you're not a fan of this series. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please let me know what you think of Wrong Turn 2003 in the comments below. Please consider subscribing if you're a movie geek just like me, and I will see you guys in the next video.